with finding prospects, I want to say there's, like Eric Worre says, there's 3 different types of people. There's your amateur, there's your there's your beginner, your amateur, and your pro, or something along those lines. And the bottom of the line are people who are always, I guess, worried about where people are going to come from. They don't know, they don't think they know enough people, and they're always stressing about the context that they're going to talk to. The next level of person has their list of people, so you might have your hot 100, but as they're making their way through their list, and those people that you thought would 100% sign up aren't signing up, you start to get a little bit worried, and you're worried you're going to run out of people to talk to. Whereas the pro level of a network marketer knows that there's an infinite abundance of people to talk to, and there are so many people out there that you actually never have to worry about where you're going to find the next person to talk to. And that's really the stage we want to get you to, because yes, you might only have these top 100 on your list right now, or you might only have 500 Facebook friends, or so many doctors or hairdressers that you go to. However, there is an infinite number of people, and I'm sorry for those of you that have heard me say this stat so many times, but it blows me away so much. I mean, if you just think about just the online world, which is less than half of the population, there are so many people coming online for the very first time that are looking for products and services, and that are looking for opportunities and ways to connect with other people. And that's, to be exact, 35,000 new people every single hour. So there's absolute abundance, but our names list is something, and finding prospects is something that we don't just do once and forget about. It is something we actively do. I actually still add people to my names list every single week. I mean, there's a rare time a week goes past where I haven't made a new contact, because everywhere I go, I try to meet people, and I'm always trying to find ways to meet new people online, whether it be through Instagram or Facebook or any other platform that's available. I'm constantly trying to meet new people. So it's always important to keep expanding your list, knowing as well that the people on your list will most likely become one of 3 things if they are interested. So they'll either become a business partner, so that's like us. They'll become a referral partner, in which case they might have a business primarily for just using products, but they'll be always referring people to you. So actively referring people to you that you would then enroll within their business. You would work with them, but you would enroll them in a position in their business where it would benefit them as well. And then preferred customers, who are customers who are only using products. Skill number 2 is your invite. So this is the step that you personally complete. It's the only step that you personally complete when you're first getting started. And of course, you can get guidance from your mentor as well with this, in terms of what you'd actually need to be doing and need to be saying. And we have loads of trainings on this as well. So the best way to do this is either over the phone or social media. Rule of thumb with this one is, if there's somebody that you'd normally talk on the phone, call them on the phone. If there's someone you'd normally talk to on social media you haven't talked to in quite a long time, probably social media is going to be the best way to contact them. Good people to call on the phone, and I honestly recommend doing the phone first, because it's a very, very good way to learn and sort of start to understand how the interaction works really well in terms of what we say in our invite. But that's like family members and our closest friends. They're probably the people you'll call, and I recommend doing that first, and then moving on to social media as well. So the whole point of the invite is to get them to a presentation and a follow-up, and we're kind of telling them this as well as part of it, because like I mentioned on the last training that I did with you guys, people like to know the process the whole way through. They like to see and comfortable with what's going to happen. If it's just all super mysterious, they pull out last minute. Whereas if they know that they're going to be sent a video and then they're going to have a chat to answer their questions, then it's a lot less intimidating, because they know the whole process. So the best way to do that whole process, if you're doing it online, so that if you're doing it in person, it would be slightly different, like a presentation in person. But if you're doing an online presentation with one of our recorded links, you would book the time for the follow-up with you and your mentor, let them know that you're going to have a chat, and then ask them to watch the video before the chat, so they actually get an idea of what it is. On the call, you'll go over the 3 questions that are asked at the end of the video. So what did you love about it? How do you see yourself benefiting? And is there anything you need clarification on? And that's how your mentor as well as you will be able to see if this is going to be a fit for your prospect. So ask either or questions. This is really good rather than just saying, hey, when are you free to talk? When are you free to talk either later today or tomorrow? Morning or afternoon, 6 or 7. It's asking questions like that as opposed to just leaving it completely open. And that way we can follow the 24 to 48 hour rule a lot easier as well, because we're actually giving them suggestions where they can find a pocket of 10 minutes or half an hour or something like that, rather than just completely open. It is so important with our invite to always be genuine and come from the heart, because if we are coming from that place, people are going to feel that. This business, like network marketing, is a lot of people think that it's a sales business, and yes, it does have that aspect of sales, but if you become a salesperson, you're defeating the purpose of this whole process, because that's not really what it's about. It's us finding solutions for people, and we have such an awesome solution for both health as well as lifestyle. So it's coming from a very, very genuine place with that and genuinely offering it to people. So it doesn't really matter 100% what you say the whole way through, as long as it's clear that you do actually care. And how they can tell that you care is if you are keeping it about them, talking about why it would interest them, not the whole time just talking about why you're so good at Usana and why it's going to be so good for you and what goals you're going to achieve. You might want to relate to them a little bit with one of your goals, but primarily keeping it about them. So complimenting them, talking about their interests and goals, using the phrase, it may or may not be for you, I don't know, releases the pressure. So this might be at the part of the invite where you say, would you be willing to look? It could be a way for you to spend more time at home with your family. It may or may not be for you, I don't know, but why don't you check it out anyway? It's so awesome. And then if we can see if it's a fit for you, that's the other one that I was talking about. So after we've sent them, we catch up on the phone, we can see if it's a fit for you. That again releases that pressure a little bit for them. So be clear in the invite and confident in your process. And what that really means is just, you are now the expert. You've actually had the training on what the best way to go over this information is, and you've signed up. So you've actually been through the process as well. So you actually know the process, and you know that in the invite you don't do the presentation, you don't answer questions in the presentation, and you know that the absolute best way to get the information across to them is through a 3-way call. And so just be confident. If they question you on that, just let them know that that's the absolute most effective way for them to be able to do that, and be confident that you do know that, because that is something that you know. So depending on how well you know someone, you may need to ask some more questions to get to know them a little bit better. So you might go ahead and invite them straight away. Just let them know, that you are looking for more business partners. They might have popped up on your timeline and you saw they were into traveling, so you wanted to contact them. And they might say they're interested, but rather than just leaving it at that, if they are sort of someone you don't know very well, start building a relationship with them after they've committed to watching the presentation, because you can keep that conversation going with asking, okay, so thanks for saying yes to having a look, like looking forward to chatting to you about it tomorrow after you've watched the video. But where have you traveled? What's been your favorite part? Where do you want to travel to again? What are your goals for the future? And you can start asking them some more questions to get to know them a little bit better. So continuing on from that, we can do the recorded presentation, a live presentation, a group meeting, or a 2-on-1. So it would be like a newspaper presentation you do with your mentor or your upline. And so really the process of how we book that presentation and completely is the same for anyone. It's just really saying, confirming the time that you're going to call them that, letting them know it will be with your mentor, and edifying your mentor. So rather than just saying, hey, I'm going to call you with my mentor, I'm going to call you with Viola, you might say, I'm going to call you with Viola. She's been with the company for 3 years now, and she's a gold director. She knows her stuff. She's also a nutritionist, and she'll be able to effectively answer some of your questions for you. And then again, let them know what the process is. So you're sending them the 30-minute video. They're going to answer the 3 questions at the end. And then when we chat, we'll be able to see if it's a fit for them. If it's a live presentation, or a group presentation, it's really the same thing. You might just find that if it's in person, you're most likely going to book the next follow-up at the event versus booking it beforehand, because obviously it'd be a bit weird if you said, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, and then we'll talk again on the phone the day after. That's probably something you'd actually do there in person with them, because you'll actually be with them while they watch it. Number 3, so the presentation. So from this step forward is where you start using the resources that are available. Like I said, the Health and Freedom newspaper, the live or recorded links, group meetings, or also utilizing one-on-one or 2-on-1s with your mentor and your upline. So I hope you've all seen the YouTube playlist for I'm just actually going to see if I've got a picture of that because that would be really handy. Thought I uploaded one the other day. Oh no, I must have deleted it. So with on our Team Ignite exclusive forum, there's a pinned post. And remember this pinned post, if you haven't found it already, go check it out after this training, because on that pinned post, we actually have a quick link to all of the major things that you need to know with your business. So if you're ever like really quickly looking for something, you'll most likely find it in that pinned post. And we have a playlist for all of the recorded presentations that we do. And there's such a different variety of speakers. So there's like Paul Edwards, who some of you have met. He's Carolyn Edwards' husband. He's a male, he's a Maori, he's been with USANA for 16 years. He's a dad. So if you have a prospect that might relate to him, that would be a really good one to send. Or you have myself, or you have Philippa. Just such a huge variety of different speakers that you can pick and choose which ones are going to be best for your prospect. And also, just on a little note, like when you are sending them the link, when you share it, make sure that it's the short link, not the long link, because if it's the really, really long link, you're actually sending them the entire playlist, not just the one video, and then it can seem a little bit overwhelming because people might think you're expecting them to watch the entire playlist. So that's just a wee thing to look out for. So the goal of the presentation is just some education and inspiration to see if this is going to be a fit for them, and hopefully inspire them to make a change, because some people watch the presentation and they're not actually that interested in health, but the information they see makes them interested. And the same with finances. Like a lot of people don't actually think about their finances or know that there's another way. So it's about inspiring them to take action on that. So again, we're reminding our prospects again, this is a two-stage process. At the end of this is where the follow-up will take place. And if it is live, you want to make sure that you have your toolbox, we call it. So you have like your price list handy, the enrollment pack information. If they're wanting to enroll, you have all the forms there. So you're not looking completely unprofessional, because sometimes what you might find, somebody might want to sign up on the spot, and if you don't have anything with you, it looks really bad. Or someone might want to know the price of something, and rather than fumbling around trying to remember, you've got it right there with you. So it's important to come prepared as well. And that's your responsibility, not your mentors or your uplines, when you do presentations with them together. So the follow-up, so always book at least your first few, and probably I'd say at least for your first 10 weeks, book follow-ups with your mentor. For some people, that's going to be beyond. Others might get pushed out of the nest a little bit early. It really just depends on your certain goals with this business and how quickly you pick everything up. But you can do the three-way call either on your phone, like it comes on all smartphones these days. I'm pretty sure as long as you're on a plan, you have three-way calling, or you can do it on Skype as well. It's free. And so you just need internet connection for that one. And then as well, if you want to add it onto your landline, it's I think like $3 a month. It's extremely cheap. So from there, basically, you just follow your mentor's advice as well on what the next best steps are. But what you'll find is that you're going to do a lot of different follow-ups. The first one will be either on the phone or Skype, and then you might have a little bit of text chatting on Facebook, maybe a text and email, those sorts of things, another phone call. And the quicker that you do these follow-ups with, sometimes you might find you do a call in the morning, an email at lunch, and then another call in the evening. And the quicker that you're exposing this person to follow-ups, the quicker you're actually going to be able to get them started, because you're getting through those 4 to 6 exposures much quicker. Sometimes you'll find your follow-ups last years and years and years. I mean, there's people that I'm still following up with that I invited when I first got started. And then there's others that signed up relatively quickly. So there's no right or wrong with that. It's just really about continuing to keep in touch with people until the timing is right for them to be interested in getting started. So the only reason to have an exposure is to set up the next exposure. This is true the whole way through. Like every time that you talk to someone, you want to know the next time that you're talking to them. And this is where our close the loop concept comes in. So when we talk about close the loop, it's really about just you never finish one conversation without knowing the next time that you're going to be talking to them. And like it says down here, so the goal is with your mentor to see if USANA is a fit for your prospect. So closing, some people call this opening because it's probably a little bit more applicable as well. It's kind of like opening to them to the process of getting started, or closing them into signing up either as an associate or a PC. So at the start, you will always do this with your mentor, so pay close attention so you can learn. And this is really about, you've answered all their questions. They have no more questions. It's about asking them very, very confidently, are you ready to get started? And assume that they will say yes, because it's kind of like, be prepared for the worst but expect the best, and that's really what we want to do here. So we want to be let go of that outcome. It doesn't matter if they say yes or no, but it is such an awesome opportunity. Every time I go into a meeting, I cannot possibly imagine how somebody would say no to this. But I also know that it all comes down to timing in people's lives, and sometimes it might not be the right moment for them, which is totally okay as well. And put emphasis on the Team Ignite systems, because like unspoken concerns that everybody really has is about whether or not they can do this and if they'll be supported. So you really want them to know that they're going to be guided through the entire way. We have all of the amazing support forums with our team. We have all of these amazing trainings in place as well. And then, I mean, if I do say so myself, our team is pretty awesome with helping everyone out and making sure that we are there to support each other. So letting them know that before is really awesome. I think I saw Shannon on earlier. I don't know if her connection cut off. Oh yeah, she's still online. Not sure if she can hear me, but I know that, she only just enrolled last week, and definitely after meeting some of the team and becoming a part of the team, she knows what we mean by everyone being so supportive. But it is still, before you get started, a really, really scary next step, because it is so unknown and you don't really know what will happen from there on out. But we can have to encourage the new people as much as possible. Shannon, for sure, you guys are great. Oh, thanks, Shannon. So you are the expert, lead them into action. So this is, your mentor will be doing this normally with you the first few times, but you might find yourself doing it as well. So if you ever are in the situation where your mentor's not there and you guys have done the follow-up and that person is kind of ready to get started, lead them into that action. So let them know, do you want to go with a customized pack, or do you want to go with one of the pre-made packs, or if they're interested in becoming a PC, we can get them started with which product they want. And then this is just where duplicating the training systems come. So let them know what the training system is going to be. So they enroll, they do the 10-week fast start, they have their game plan meeting, and they invite their Hot 100. And that leads us really nicely into the training. So in this business, it's not what you do, it's what you duplicate. And remember that you might be this amazing genius inviter, but that means nothing if you can't teach somebody else to be a really amazing good inviter as well. And that's why it's so important for everybody to take notice of all of the finer details, because if you're somebody who picks things up really, really quickly, and you're just kind of like a natural talker and you can easily get people to come look at a presentation, you might not have understood or seen in the training those specific skills that we break it down into. Not that it's that hard to invite, but just using that as an example. And if you don't know the training and you haven't done the training diligently yourself, you're never going to know how to train someone who might not be as good with words, So it's really important to always be so present in all of the trainings yourself, because if you think that you're not doing it for yourself, you're doing it so that you can duplicate a team of really strong leaders and people that will become successful with this business. And that's what's going to offer you that freedom in the future. So always keep that in mind. So people cannot be duplicated, but systems can be, and that's what we talk about with all the 10-week fast start and everything that we have in place is there for a reason, and there to make sure that everybody's getting equal amount, like the equal start to their business. They're not disadvantaged or advantaged depending on who they enroll with or get started with. So make sure they get connected straight away. Like, we always want to make them feel a part of the team and welcome straight away. Welcome them on our public page and tag their team members in it. So tag all of their upline in it so that everybody sees it and can give them a really warm welcome to the team. After the game plan meeting, also add them to our exclusive forum so that they have access to all of the links to all the trainings and everything. The reason I normally do this after the game plan meeting versus before is because if you do it straight away, sometimes it can just be so much when they first get started. Whereas if it's kind of like a stage by stage process, like they get welcomed publicly and everybody's giving them warm fuzzies, they do their training, then they have their game plan meeting, and then after that they get added to this extra forum. It's kind of like natural progression versus everything just being piled on at once. So it's a way just to kind of ease them into it a little bit, because sometimes all of the amazing positive energy that we have can be very overwhelming for somebody who might not be used to all that positivity. So yeah, make them feel supported and a part of the team from the beginning and straight away. Send them that 10-week fast start, and do encourage them to do it within the first 72 hours, because obviously it's keeping up that momentum. It's while they're really interested, it's while they're really excited that they're going to have the best results from doing it straight away, and then getting them out there inviting new people straight away. Yeah, you said it, Jamie, happiness overload, if that's even possible. So the last skill here is promoting events and personal development. This is kind of like two really, really big things chucked into one thing. So don't disregard one or the other. But really, it's about events are all about growing personally. But obviously, events isn't the only thing that you need to do in order to grow personally. And I just need to give special recognition to a lot of you new people that joined just before your local Super Saturday we just had. I know Shannon, Becky, both of you just got started recently, and you made such an awesome effort to be able to attend the events. Jamie, you as well, with your sister Christina, going to the Northland event and everything. And then I don't mean to miss anyone out. It's just because I saw your names straight away, and I know that you guys made a lot of an effort to attend those events. That's such an awesome mindset to have moving forward in your business, because events are what really drive your business. And the more team that you have committing to events, the bigger your team will grow. So we were once told that the size of your team is the size of the people that attend events. And so, if you only have a couple of people coming online to these trainings in your team, you only have a couple of people in your team. And they were so fun, absolutely. They're the best for just building relationships. Probably that's one of my favorite things about events, is because the relationships you build is just so huge. And the only way that you can ever promote an event, you can't just be like to your team, oh, go to the event, it's really cool. You actually have to be the one making the effort to be at the events. And you'll notice, Nick and I, we're on everything. The odd time we wouldn't be on something, and it would be for a really important reason. But we make it to every online training that our team puts on, all of the big events, even the ones in Auckland, which aren't always convenient for us to make. We make as many as we can. And international convention, we've been there every single year since the year we enrolled. And since we started building our business, in about May, and we went to convention in August. And we took our one and only team member with us, who joined in June. And it was just such an amazing event, and that really set us up for the life of our business, with understanding the impact of what this business really can create. So anybody who's thinking about international convention, honestly, just do it. It's amazing. But do think about local events as well that you have, and other things that you can do. There's celebration coming up in January in New Zealand. There's the road show that's going to be in June in Auckland. So any of these types of events are really awesome ones to commit to. And then also making that commitment to bring your team to. On a smaller level, coming to these online meetings, I can't stress enough how awesome it is you guys are on, because it's the commitment to these little things that really show your connection to the commitment to the big things. It's the small things, reading your goals on a daily basis and using your products. If you can commit to those small things, you'll be able to commit to the big things, like rank advancing to gold director. And the same with events. If you can make that commitment to try to be, with the odd exception, to be on every single event possible and to attend every local event possible, then that's really what's going to show your true commitment to the bigger things in your life and in business as well. So, and then with personal development, that really fits in nicely as well with those things that you are doing daily, making sure that you are taking at least 15 minutes out of your day, at least 5 days a week, to listen to some personal development, because it's, as you grow, your business will grow. A lot of people think that, you become confident and then more people are attracted into your business, but it's the other way around. You are diligently working, consistently pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and growing yourself. And as you do that, your business will follow. Wait, I think I said it around the wrong way before. What I was meant to say before is people join your team and then you become confident because people join, but it's the other way around. You become confident and then people join your team. Just to confuse you guys. But that's really it. That's the 7 skills. It's nothing really too confusing. I'll just go back to that first page so you can see the summary of them again if you forgot what they all were. It's really just about continuing to do what you can to expand your names list, and always try to meet new people wherever you go. Inviting, your #1 skill you guys should be working on and doing the presentation, follow up and close with your upline, and then getting your team into training, making them feel welcome, and always committing to growing yourself through events and personal development. So that's it for tonight. Sorry, I went a little bit over time. Maybe it was to do with a bad connection at the beginning. But yeah, thank you guys so much. I have recorded this training. I only remembered partway through, but that's okay. I've recorded part of it. And you guys have an absolutely awesome night. Oh, wait, my announcement. I just remembered. For those of you that still have time, wait, I have an announcement to make. I just need to upload the picture because I just realized it's not there. So while that's loading, I hope you guys can still hear me. I don't even know if you can hear me when I'm loading things. But so as you know, we had the Super Success Saturdays, and we had it in Northland, so in Whangarei. We had then another one in Christchurch, and then another one in Wellington this past weekend, and it was really awesome. But there's quite a few people all over the world in our team, and not all of them live in Whangarei, Christchurch, or Wellington. We wanted to create something that was really going to benefit everybody in our team, and was going to, I guess, give you guys even extra benefit and training that you need momentum. Because as you would have heard if you attended those events, or as you may have seen online, there's lots of awesome things happening. I mean, it's no secret, Philippa will be going gold soon. We're going to be rank advancing to Ruby. Carolyn's going to be rank advancing to Emerald. And there's going to be more news and everything coming out about that. And Rach is gold. I can't even keep track of all the people that are going to be doing amazing things over the next 12, like 10 to 12 weeks. And so starting June 13th, we're actually going to start an online, so like a virtual Super Success Saturday. It's going to be super amazing. It's called the Ignite Summit. It's specifically for our team, and our team has first dibs at seats within this event. It's limited to 50 people only, because that's all we can fit into our online rooms. So people will need to get in quick once we release the information about the events and the tickets. But I'm really excited to say, so how it's going to work is it's how you can see there, it starts June 13th and it goes to July 4th. So it's every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. New Zealand time. So this is so we can get all time zones in as well. People in Canada and America are going to be able to attend. People in Aussie are still going to be able to attend. So it's not a ridiculous hour really for anybody in our team. Everyone's going to be able to attend, and it's going to be roughly 2 hours for 4 Saturdays in a row. And on each one of those Saturdays, we actually have an international guest speaker coming on to do the training for you. And I'm talking about only golds and above, all the way up to multiple star diamond. I'm not going to release any names of who they are quite yet, because it's still a surprise and we're still organizing a few of the finer details. But these are definitely not to be missed. It's like that whole thing, take advice from people who are where you want to be. And these people are all rock solid in what they're doing. So they're, if they're gold, they're really like rocking their gold business. If they're diamonds, they're rocking that, as you can only imagine. And they're all going to give us tips on how to increase momentum within our business, how to grow a business quickly. Because as I've been talking to a lot of you, and especially you newbies, you all have really big goals that you want to achieve quite quickly, which is awesome. And as well, with all of the things that are coming up with the leaders' goals within the organization, that's going to benefit everyone. So we want to just really put that out there and have lots and lots of amazing juicy things available for you guys. It is going to be very exciting. I hope everyone's as excited as me. But keep an eye out for this on Team Ignite exclusive forum when I post it, because what we're going to do is we're going to post it for you guys, and we're going to have exclusive ticket sales for our team only for about the first week. And then we're going to open it up to, if there's any seats left, we're going to open it up to other teams to be able to join us as well on that. There is going to be the option as well for everybody who does register to the event to have access to all of the trainings afterwards as well. So they will be recorded. But obviously being online live is going to be way better, because we're hopefully going to be able to get Q&As and everything with these amazing leaders from around the world. So that's it for me tonight. Thank you guys so much. If you have any questions, obviously you can fire them away afterwards. I'll post this training on our Team Ignite group, and in that, when I post it, make sure you put your 3 ahas as well. So the top 3 things that you took away from the training. so that really sinks in for yourself as well. Thank you guys so much for your commitment online tonight. Really appreciate seeing you guys online, and I will catch you soon.